From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big evening, an overnight of crypto here on LA with incredible great news about your top cryptocurrency picks of 2021 today. We'll be going over the top coins of 2021 for you to be buying and the coins for you to stay away from. We'll be going over where the market's going short-term, long-term, and near-term. We'll be going over those anomaly coins from last week, Aave, Decentraland, Compound, Sushi Swap, and also Engine Coin. Wow, where did that one come from? We'll be going over what they did last week, what they could be doing today, and what they could be going to tomorrow. We'll be looking at no less than a dozen coins for you to get opportunities to make money in a downturning market. Yes, downturning market. I'm predicting that the market is going to downturn over the next 3 weeks, and so far I've been correct. But there's still opportunities for you to make money in this market, and we'll see that tonight. With those anomaly coins, they're on a run tonight. Aave, and then Compound, coming on back, and then Synthetic, there we go. And Decentraland, not so much at the moment. We'll be looking at other coins like Sushi Swap, and there is Engine. Wow, deliciousness. And then we got Bitcoin. Boy, what's going on there at the end? And then Ethereum. Ooh, look at that pop. And there is Doge staying around the 21 cent range, and Polygon. A lot of opportunities, a lot of confusion, a lot of coins, but a lot of price predictions. We'll go over everything you need to know, beginners to advanced. Moderates. We'll be going over short-term, near-term, long-term, buying, selling, everything, and several coins that you may not normally hear on this channel. And it's a big night. It's a big overnight. And this is LA Crypto. How are you? Thank you for joining me on this big recording tonight. So many coins, so little time. Let's go over all the details. But first, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. Fastest growing cryptocurrency channel there is. Covering all the coins, all the opportunities to buy and sell, all the opportunities even in the downturning market. So hit that subscribe button right now. Next stop, 1 million. Also like this video. Remember, 3 crypto shows per day. Morning's crypto at 9:30 live on air. Overnight's crypto live starting at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then evening's crypto at 7 o'clock. All right, let's get to the details. These anomaly coins are strange. Engine, Decentraland, Sushi Swap, Aave, Compound, Synthetic. What is going on here? Let's start with them. These coins are define the market because this is a downturning market. The coins are going down in price, but these coins started a particular run 7 days ago. I call it an anomaly because it's just strange. It cannot be explained. It started with 2 coins, Aave and Compound. They started at Aave at about 187 and Compound at 200, and they started the run, and the run just kept on going. It went on, and as they started to run, other coins joined the pack. Decentraland joined them initially, but not much movement initially. Decentraland was just moving up 40 cents to 45 and 40 to 50. Not a lot of move on a 40-cent coin, where Aave and Compound right out of the gate were up 20%, up 30% day after day. And then they had a new entry to the group, Sushi Swap. Sushi Swap jumped in and had a nice run with them, but then gave up. Came in at about 6, then ran into 8, then came back down. But that fall helped Sushi Swap because it came back another time. Then it continued the run with them. Along the way, they added other coins as well. They added Synthetic at the tail end of the run, and they added Engine, just sort of like that. But this is what I was telling the viewers, was that certainly by the end of this run, after about 10 days, it was far longer than anticipated. This channel had thought maybe it would be a 2-day run or a 3-day run. But after 3 days, I said, hey, be careful because it could crash at any time. And that was not something that you want to be around when it crashed. But it didn't. It stayed on. And so I said by about 7 days, time to get ready to get out when it hits that peak, when it pulls off. That peak came. And it fell pretty abruptly. But what happened after that by Friday was Decentraland had this bizarre run, ran from 50 cents to 76 cents in just a few hours. That's huge on a 50-cent coin. And then Synthetic, I said, well, you can get into Synthetic because it's only been running for about a day. It had a big run, and then it fell. And then Engine came in yesterday and had a big run, but then pulled back. By Saturday and by much of Sunday, the coins were done with it. They were sort of done with it. Thank you for that nice run. I appreciate it. But then suddenly by Sunday, they're like, well, maybe we should just do it again. It was so much fun the first time. And so what are they doing right now? they're running again. Let's look right now. So we're on the first two originators of the run. Aave is one of the two originators. Aave and Compound were the original two. They look the same in chart form. Aave started at 187 coin and Compound started at 200. You're looking at Gemini, one of the platforms. My mouse is in the chart. You can see my mouse moving through the chart. You're looking at a one-day chart. It's green because it's up. It's up for the day. And you're looking at how it's moved. So we started Aave today at 295. It fell down to 288 and it ran up. So relatively a nice move. Very brisk, very brisk, up to 307. What has it done over the last few days? So there you go. It reached that peak just about 2 days ago, 329. If I can get my mouse in there, 347. There we go. Let's look out a little bit further. Let's click the third column and see where we started this one at 187. Yep, there it was, 187. Ran, then pulled down, then ran and ran to 347. Now, I had told viewers get out at about here, be conservative, and if you did, then you got out here, and then I said get back in, and you got back in, you stayed, and you ran it up here. So is this time to get back in if you sold, or is it what's going on? If you look at the very end of this chart, it looks like it's flat here. So we got to pull in a little bit tighter. Does it look like it's trading in a range? It does. So now we're in tight. And you can see this is sort of a range. It's a 280 to 300. Not much of a range there. So it's playing in about a $20 range, which is fine if you're on the buy side. Fine if you're on the sell, if you're just sort of waiting around. But is it doing another run was the first question. Is it on another tear upward? No, it has been relatively flat. Now, while you look at a 7-day chart, when you look at a 24-hour chart, it looks like it's way up. Remember, I always tell viewers, don't just look at one chart. Charts are horizontal in shape. And so sometimes even a 2-cent move on a $300 coin may look like it's a big move. It's not. There's not a lot of movement in here. There's only about $10 of movement in this chart. But if you look from afar and you don't have a mouse over it, it may look like it's a $100 movement. It's not. It's only about $10 movement on the coin. So when we look at this chart, you see it's relatively flat. No, so not on a run yet, Aave. Interesting. Let's go to Compound. Its brother. It has nearly the same chart. Again, a one-day chart. How much has Compound run today? It went as low. It started about 411, and how high did it go? 450, 455. So not much, about $40. That's 10%. Not a lot. I mean, 10% in a day is a lot, but it's not a lot for Compound. So here you go, relatively flat trading range again. So it's been trading at this like 420 to 440 range. Where did you get out? You should have got out at here. That's what I said, 510. And that's why you should have got out, because look, it has not gone back to 510. 510 is now 5 days ago, 6 days ago. So I don't think it's going back to 510, today. That's certainly the case. Let's look out at how this run has run. There you go. Beautiful. 220 ran all the way up to 510, 512. Beautiful run. Beautiful, beautiful. Is it going back to 512? And not at the moment. I mean, it could. Is it going back down? Don't know. Interesting chart. Now, when we look at synthetic was late to the game. So how's synthetic doing today? $10 running to $2. Hey, that's a lot. I mean, it's a $10 coin, so that's a 20% move in one day. That's a lot. Let's look at the 2-day chart. So synthetic has been pretty volatile. 8 to 12, then back down to 8. Then up to 12, then if you like to trade, which I cover a lot on this channel, this is a good coin for you, because it's going 8, 12, 8, 12. You can sell this 3 times in just a few days, and $8 to $12 is that's a $4 movement on an $8 coin. That's 50% return. Look at this math, folks, here. You get in at 8, you sell at 12, you made 50% return your money. Then you do it again. You get in at 8 and you sell at 12, you get 50% return your money. Now, it didn't come down this much, but potentially you could be doing it a third time. That's a lot of fun. Let's look out a little bit further on synthetic so you understand how this run has happened. Well, there you go. So synthetic started at $5, and the fact that it's now heading to 12. If you literally did not trade synthetic and took on that risk, which I would recommend against, but if you had bought synthetic at 5 and just sort of took the risk on, you would have doubled your money right now, which is about what Compound and Aave did. Compound, doubled the money in that period of time, and Aave doubled the money. Now, Decentraland is a strange coin because it was part of this party, party in the USA, and it just, it didn't do much initially. Here you go. So it started 40 cents and 50, then 51, then 40, just at 10 cents, is sort of flat. And then suddenly, hey, I like the moon. Everyone's going to outer space this weekend. Branson and Bezos, everyone's going to the moon. Let's go to the moon. Hey, zoom to the moon. It goes 81 cents. Whoa, wait a second. You went from 50 cents to 81. That is more than 50% of your money. That's almost 60% return on your money. And look how quickly that was. And then it went right back down to 62. So it went from 50 to 80 and then back to 60. Yeah, ouch. And then what is it doing right now? Let's come in a little closer. So there you go. Up, down, up again. Interesting volatility. It looks like the other coins. Up, down. Oh, it looked like the last one. It looked like the synthetic chart. Sushi Swap. How does its chart look? Sushi Swap was a $6 coin, ran to 8, and then what is it doing now? So a lot more volatility in sushi. It was 6, ran to 10 for a second. Wow, that's wonderful. And then it came back down to 8, and now it's just sort of trading. Sushi looks a little bit more complex, just sort of a harder coin to get your hands around to figure out where it's going to go. I mean, 6 to 9 is easy, but in these trading ranges, very confusing to follow it. Now, Engine had a big run yesterday, and so what is it doing tonight? Here you go. So, Engine there, it looks like the synthetic chart. It looks like the Decentraland chart. 110 to 140. That's good. That's almost, I think that's like 30% return. Then fell 116 and now to 140. It's just double dipping. Really fascinating. So the takeaway on those coins, would I buy them yet? It's just really strange. They are anomaly coins. They're in their little pack of strange dynamic. Those are the coins. There's no one else in that real pack. That's them. Synthetic, Aave, Compound, Decentraland, Sushi Swap. They just want to do the strange run, and hard to say where they're going. You saw how Aave and Compound look a little bit similar in their chart, and the rest look the similar among themselves. Very, very peculiar. Understand they're all on the high end. So I would, if you own them still and you haven't sold, I think you could go higher on them. If you don't own them, I would be very cautious because this is a downturning market. If you're not buying, this is clearly a dip. There's one expression I can't stand, the dip. I mean, a coin could be crashing and lose 900% of its return, and then people are on social media, it's a dip. I'm like, no, you're losing your money. It's going bankrupt, the coin. Oh, no, it's just a dip. These are dips. I mean, this is a dip where the coin goes down 20%, then up 20%, then down 20%, up 20% in 3 hours. Those are dips. I mean, that's clearly what's going on there. If you like that movement, then yes, you can have a lot of fun. You have to be really by the computer ready to get in and get out. Of the coins, which do I like the most? Well, I like the least Engine, and I like the least Sushi Swap. I think the chart is just a little confusing. I've always loved Aave. I've always loved Compound. I like Decentraland. Decentraland, I don't understand. Decentraland was part of this pack and didn't do anything for that 40 cents, a 50 cents run, and then sort of ran late. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that big shot from 50 cents to 70 cents. I mean, the other coins didn't do that. They just progressively went up. This is a very big shot, and then it came back down. Decentraland has a lot of volatility, and you can make a lot of money on volatility. But for things that are sort of more predictable in movement, I like Aave and Compound better. I like synthetic as well. Decentraland you could make more money on, but you really have to be on top of. And then Engine and Sushi Swap are just a little bit stranger charts to get my hands around. So while they look similar, they are quite different. There you go. So get ready for the fun. You understand how these markets are. Monday coins are always up. Tuesday coins are generally up. Wednesday, Thursday is sort of all over the place. Friday is down. Saturday's up. Sunday's down. This week, it was much the same. Last week, it was much the same. with the exception of sometimes the weekends are backed up so that the Saturday up is more pushed to Friday and the Sunday down is pushed more into Saturday. It's sometimes they're offset a little bit. So there you go. Ironically, what makes this a little bit complicated or contradictory is that the coins that are the best performing coins when you're looking for a day tradable coin or a 3-day coin are these coins. So it's not like there's other coins out there that are giving interesting runs at the moment. Let's jump into the chart right now. What I'm saying is that the anomaly coins are the coins that are coming up on lists all over the place. So it's not like there's some other coins in there. Now we do see AP13 up 40% for the day. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so if you had followed my advice, you may have bought AP13. You have seen it up 18%. My advice for day trading is you get in when the coin's up 18% and ride it up another 20%. Well, clearly, it's up more than 38% right now. It is up 40%. Synthetic, there you go. Engine, there you go. Number 2, number 3, most coins. Down lower than on the list is Compound. And then lower on the list after that is some of the other coins which I've been recommending. It's sort of hysterical because they are. There's Compound on the list. And so suddenly our coins that we're looking to for that anomaly are also our highest performing coins. Which are the worst performing coins right now? This is why I like the worst performing chart, because it gives us some insight. It says Decentraland, one of the worst performing coins. But that's what's great, is because often the worst performing coins are the best performing coins the next day. There's Barnbridge. Barnbridge has been going up and going down. Interesting day. That is your first buying approach, which is these anomaly coins. They are all over the place, and understand they sort of move as a pack. So if you're watching 2 of them, you'll see 4 of them move like a pack. And their movements are, at the moment, not continual. So early in this video, I told you that Aave and Compound ran for about 8-10 days nonstop. The coins aren't running nonstop days at the moment. So we had Friday down, Saturday up, Sunday all over the place. So they're getting into sort of a mojo of up, down, up, down, up, down, not consistent. So you have to adjust your approach, because they're not 3-day coins, because they're certainly not up for 3 days. They may be day tradable coins, but you may also want to treat them as an anomaly, that they're peculiar, so sort of apply modified approaches on how to buy and sell them based upon what they're doing. All right, let's go to some simpler situations, which are Ethereum and Bitcoin. So Ethereum and Bitcoin are just, big disappointments at this point. They are nowhere where they are a clear indication of where this market's going. There's a devaluation of this market that will continue over the next 3 weeks, I've been predicting, and that's where we're going tonight. What's important to understand is that these charts, when you're looking at a 24-hour chart, they may deceive you. You look at this and you're like, wow, there's something really exciting going on here. This is exciting. No, it's only up like, what is that? $300 at the end? I mean, that's nothing. You got to look at the 7-day chart. So there you go. Boring. 35 to 32 to 34. I mean, it's just in a range. It's in a very, very low range. The coin is not going lower. The coin's not going higher. Go out further, you see the range. The Bitcoin is staying in a low 30,000 range across the board. And it will likely continue to do that for a while. Here you go. So just flat. I mean, if anything looks like a range, that looks like a range. It's a trading range. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Just within it's a $2,000 trading range. 32 to 34, 32 to 34. Here's Ethereum. Ethereum, how low did you go today? 2,000. And then it's sort of trying to get up to 2,100. What is the whole range of this chart? $100. Yeah, it looks like it's enormous. It looks like, oh, is Ethereum up $1,000 a day? No, it's up $100. It's just the chart, when the charts are rectangular, it's just confusing. You got to pull out further. There you go. Trading range, it's just, 2,000, 2,100, 2,000, 2,100. Trading range. This is not coming back. That 2,500 not coming back. Let's go out further. Let's go out further. Ouch. Yeah, see how bad that is? 2,100 ran up to 4,000 and just, staying down here. Staying down. So where do I think the coins are going? I think that within the next 3 weeks, coins will devalue 3% day of every 48 hours, with the exception of our anomaly coins. So I do think that Ethereum will devalue 3% every 2 days. And when you are a $2,100 coin, that means you're heading to 2,000x, and then after 2,000 to 1,900, and then after 1,900 to 1,700. I believe that Ethereum will be around a 1,700, somewhere around here within the 3 weeks. And then the People's Republic of China will make an announcement, and the Ethereum will go to about to 1,900. I think that's where it's heading. When we look at Bitcoin, the same prognosis is same prediction is what I'm giving. It's halfway down the mountain at the moment at 31, at 33, 34. I believe that Bitcoin will get to about here, 27,000 over the next 3 weeks before PCR speaks, and then it'll be about 21, 21, 22. It'll be sub 25,000. Doge, its prediction that I've given it has actually nearly reached it. I said that Doge would be at about 19 cents within 3 weeks, or 18 cents. And it got to 19, it got to 20 cents yesterday. I believe that Doge over the next 3 weeks will fall around, an 18 cents. And then when PCR comes in, Doge will be sub 18. It'll be like 17, 16 cents. So with that, you should not be buying these coins or any coins, in my opinion, for a 3-month buy and flip. You should not be buying a coin thinking that this is the spring. In the spring, you could buy a coin in January, hold it for 3 months to May, and it would come back with an appreciated value, which would be enormous. You wouldn't have to do any work. 2,000% return on your money, not happening. In fact, going the other direction, I'm predicting that coins will devalue over 3 months. So if you buy the coin now, hoping to sell it in 3 months, it's a bad approach. You're going to lose your shirt. So I would recommend against any type of buying selling technique of buying and holding and buying to sell within 3 months. Now, if you want to buy and hold for 5 years, that's a different story. I think that Bitcoin will go to 100,000, Ethereum will go to 10,000, and I think Doge will go to a few dollars. But of those coins, I only like Bitcoin and I don't like Ethereum. I only like Ethereum. Don't like them at the current price level. I think they're going to get cheaper. I like Ethereum under about under a 1,900, maybe 1,700 or 1,500. I like Bitcoin at under certainly under 30,000. I like it 29, 27. I like it cheap like that because I think that there will be great coins. You buy Bitcoin at 29 and it goes to 100,000 in 5 years. That's a great return on your money. It's 400% return on your money. And Ethereum, if you buy it at 1,500 and it goes to 10,000 in 10 years, 5 years, that's an enormous return on your money. That's almost 900% return on your money. So I think that's where they're heading. Now, as to other opportunities, well, there are other opportunities, and those opportunities are shorter-term transactional profit-taking. What are you going to do? Number one, day trading. Day trading is evolving the following. You're buying a coin, you're getting out within 1.5 days. You can be in the coin as low as a few hours. The opportunity, you're looking to get at least 20% and get out. You don't get out, the coin is still up. You do get out, the coin starts a downturn. How do you find the coin? You're looking for coins that are up about 18% for the day, and you want to get in and hope that coin runs up another 20%. You want to look at the chart and say, hey, this coin has more upside. Based upon recent activity, I think it can run up another 20% over the next day and a half. I will take that and get out. You can do this in a down market, you can do this in an up market. It's available across the board. You want to look on the charts and look for the coins and rank them based upon the 24-hour movement, and if there's a coin that's up 18%, grab it. If you see a coin is up 30% or 40% for the 24-hour, don't grab it, because at that point, it's already had the run. It may not run anymore. Next, second opportunity is buying and flipping, where you're buying the coin and holding it for about 3 days and getting out. No longer than 3 days, sometimes shorter. What's at issue? It's generally when the market is up. As it downturns the market, there will be points where the whole market goes up. Every coin is green for that day. Every coin is green for the next day. And then suddenly they're like, thank you for the party, we're done. We're going to start going back down again. That's when you get out. The whole market is up in these scenarios, and you're basically getting into the coin and then taking that ride until the market is done, and then you get out. Not all the time as an opportunity, this trading opportunity, unlike the prior one, which is day trade. The benefit of the two programs is that you can roll one to the next. You start as a day trader. If the coin is still up after a day and a half and you say, I don't want to sell out, then you don't sell out. Then you roll it into a flipping opportunity, and you look at the charts and you look at your calendar and you say, okay, now I've been in the coin for 2 days. Ally says, be careful the third day. Yeah, by the third day, you would predict that it's done with the run. And you would predict that it's likely to drop. It may not, and you stay in. But understand, by day 3, it becomes more risky. The coin is likely to fall. What you should anticipate for this week, you should really start focusing on macroeconomic factors when considering coins. This channel covers a lot of microeconomic factors, which are what happens with coins. We look at charts. We talk about mining, for example. The 3 major movements by PCR over the next few months has taken offline about 50% of all miners in China. By taking them offline, mining has dropped. That is why coins have dropped since May. Those miners are not coming back online anywhere else because there's no opportunity for them in other locations. But last week, Bitcoin engineers reprogrammed some of the coding to allow the current existing miners to get more work done. That doesn't prevent more miners from being thrown off by PCR. It just stops some of the attrition. So it's basically keeping the status quo, not improving it. It may improve it by December. Macroeconomic, microeconomic factor, of course, is the next PCR statement. It's been now about 2 weeks, so be prepared. I mean, I always say within every 3 weeks, PCR speaks, and we're getting close to time for another PCR. This, in 2 more weeks from now, it'll be the longest run since we last heard from PCR. Then the macroeconomic factors may be the biggest one for this new week. The macroeconomic factors are interest rates, growth concerns, and delta. If there is concerns that growth will be stalled, then crypto will go down. Let me say that again clear. I'm not talking about inflation going up. I'm not talking about prices going up. I'm talking about the reverse. If Wall Street thinks that growth is going down, like corporate earnings are really missing corporate earnings reports. They're missing on projections. They were projecting $1 a share and they come in at 80 cents. And another one just keeps on missing on earnings reports. Oh, missing. And then there's concerns that the inflation rate is going to come down, that growth is stalling, that pricing is falling down. All that is bad for crypto because crypto is working on the notion that there's no other risk that you need to worry about except crypto. A lot of investors in crypto have other risks, and they do not want to take on the risk that we are going to see lack of growth in the economy because of whatever factor it is from last week. A massive drop in the treasury yields like last Thursday where it fell 1.25%. That is very scary to a lot of investors. That's a risk they did not anticipate. They cannot gauge that risk. They cannot predict for that risk. And finally, delta. All those risks are risks they don't want to take on. These are people who have crypto as part of their portfolio. And crypto may be 10% of the portfolio or 20% of the portfolio, but because they're big wealth individuals, it's 20% of the very large portfolio. And suddenly, if they see there's other risks in these macroeconomic factors, like a stalling economy or a delta, they will unload crypto because they don't want to have risks on top of risks. And they will go into more conservative positions like cash. So understand that is a warning signal. Be attentive to the stock market. If you see stock market crash, if you see inflationary concerns going the other direction, stalling, or anything about Delta that is very huge. Delta currently is not big on the economic forefront at the moment, but anything huge, this could signal crypto going the other way, going further down. My projections for crypto are based upon current microeconomic factors without factoring in any of these further economic factors like like a major downturn, or a stalling of the economy, or a surge of Delta. And with that, thank you for joining me on this big evenings and overnights crypto. Make sure you subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this channel. Hit that subscribe button. Like this video if your like helps. Join me every day, 3 times a day. Mornings crypto at 9:30. Overnights crypto at 5:30 for 15 hours. And then evenings crypto at 7 o'clock. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful day across the board, and stay with LA for more.